Now I think you are able to visible the screen. PPT is visible to you all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us start the class. We are revising some previous concepts. Let जब तक और भी स्टूडेंट ज्वाइन कर लेंगे अपन को. So last topic that we have started was schedule. In the last lecture we have started with the schedule. So anybody can tell me what is a schedule? Anybody who wants to say what is a schedule? Unmute your mic and you can like tell the answer.
The groups of transaction.
Ayush, please be louder.
It's a groups of transaction.
Okay, it's a group of transaction. Good. So anybody else? So schedule is a collection of transactions where multiple transaction can have the various statements or instructions that needs to be executed in parallel. So main benefit of or main feature of the schedule is that where we are trying to execute multiple transactions concurrently. That particular concurrent execution is there where we will talk about where we actually require the schedules. So it's a chronological execution or sequence of some transactions. Okay, now we have studied about the various kinds of schedule also. First one was complete schedule. What was that complete schedule? Anybody else? Complete schedule.
Sir, if the transaction is complete, like abort or commit.
Good. If the transactions either abort or commit, we have seen the various states of the transactions. So with various states of the transaction, and out of 5 states, abort or commit states are there through which we can say that transaction ends. In the case of commits, it is successfully ended, and in the case of abort, it is somehow failed and it needs to be rolled back. So in either of these cases, we can say that transaction is completed or the schedule is completed. Okay. Now next one was serial schedule. What was that serial schedule? Serial schedule. Now I'm asking about serial and non-serial schedule. We have two different kinds of schedules in that. Serial schedule. Anybody? Someone else may also.
Sir, in which
हाँ let Saloni. Akshita बोलिए आप.
sir,
Sir, in which no interleaving is there.
Good. In the serial scheduling, no interleaving is there. Interleaving means multiple operations are executing at the same time. Now, what about non-serial? It is just reverse of the serial schedules where interleavings are there. We have also seen some examples of that, and we have identified that schedule 1 and schedule 2 are serial schedule, and schedule 3 is non-serial schedule. On the same time, schedule 1 and schedule 2 are non-interleaved schedule, and schedule 3 is interleaved schedule. So now any doubt till this point? If anybody wants to ask anything till this point, I am starting with the next type, coming on to the next type, that is equivalent schedule. We have also seen what is equivalent schedule. So anybody can tell me what is equivalent schedule?
sir, they produce the same result as database is given.
Good. If two schedules produces the same results, then they will be called as an equivalent schedule. So we have also seen the example of this schedule 1 and schedule 2 and schedule 3. Schedule 1 is serial schedule. Schedule 2 and 3 are non-serial schedules. Schedule 1 and 2 have produced the same output as you are seeing on your screen also. Although they are different serial and non-serial, but they are producing the same results. And the schedule 3 is not producing the same results. Okay, so they are 1 and 2 are equivalent, but 1 and 3 or 2 or 3 are non-equivalent schedules. Is it okay now? So let us
Okay.
have some more example on that same thing. There are 3 schedule on your screen right now. Is it visible to you all?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So now tell me, schedule 1 or schedule 2, if we will talk about, whether they are serial or non-serial. You should have copy.
Serial.
You should have copy and
Serial.
pencil with you.
Serial.
Good. Now you need to calculate the value of A and B at the end of schedule 1. The schedule 1, after the completion of schedule 1, what will be the value of A and B? You need to have copy and pencil with you in order to calculate. Do it fast. A, initial values have been given. It is visible to on your screen. Both are 100 initially.
Sir, A will be 100 and B is 360.
Yes, sir.
Everyone
100
agree?
and
Anyone
360.
else wants to update
Yes, sir.
100 and 360 as per the first student?
Yes.
This is 100 and 360. Okay. Everyone has got the answer? Anyone has any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
in this?
No,
Say yes or no so that I can confirm it.
no, sir.
सर एक
No
बार
doubt.
वापस बता दो सर.
The initial value of A and B are 100. So when transaction T1 execute. So now if I am talking about the schedule 1, it has two transactions T1 and T2. T1 has two statements, A which is multiplied by 10 and B which is subtracting by 10. Okay. So if the initial value of A is 100, so what is the value after statement number 1? That is A is equals to A into 100. It will be 1000. Okay. And B,
Yes, sir.
if I am talking about the statement number 2, the value of B is 100 initially, then it will be, after this statement, it will be 90. Done?
Yes, sir.
So for the transaction T2, the value of A is,
सर अब A की यूनिट 1000 हो जाएगी ना?
yes, A is updated, so it is now 1000. For transaction T2, it is 1000. So after the statement number 3, that is the first statement of transaction number 2, it will be 100 again, as it is divided by 10. And
Yes,
then
sir.
fourth statement, it is 90 into 4, 360. It is clear
Yes,
now?
sir. Yes, sir.
Then schedule number 2, what could be the value of A and B?
Sir, 100 and
Same.
360.
It is also
Same. Good. Very good. So it remains same. So now you can see that whether I am executing T1 first, then T2, or in schedule 2, I am executing T2 first and T1 after that T1, it doesn't matter. So both are serial schedules. So order is not matter, order doesn't matter, and it will produces the same results in this case. Now schedule 3, what could be the value of A and B?
Same result, sir.
100 and 360.
It will also produce the same result.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So it will also produce the same results. In this case, although the schedule is non-serial schedule, although the transaction 1 and transaction 2s are interleaved transactions, they are producing the same results. So 1 and 2 are serial schedule, 3 is non-serial schedule. Okay. So now the question is, schedule 1 and 2 are equivalent or non-equivalent?
Equivalent.
Equivalent schedule, as they are producing the same result. Schedule 1 and 3 are equivalent or non-equivalent?
Sir, equivalent.
Equivalent. So it doesn't matter whether the schedule is serial or non-serial, doesn't matter. They may be equivalent. Okay. So equivalent schedule. Schedule 3 is equivalent to schedule 1 and 2 both. So in the previous slide, we have seen that the schedule, if the schedule is equivalent, or if the schedule is equivalent, then they may be the serial or non-serial. Same in the case of this example we have seen. So serial and non-serial does not implies the equivalent. So is it clear now? What is equivalent schedule? Done?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are moving on to the next example. Next type of the schedule, that is the very important schedule, that is serializable schedule. Okay, serializable schedule. Serial schedule is different, but the serializable schedule is different. Serial schedule is already serial in serial, it follows the properties of the serial schedules, but serializable schedule is not serial schedule initially. We need to make it serial. So a non-serial schedule that is equivalent to some serial execution of the transactions is known as serial schedule. Again, you need to read it very carefully. The definition is very important, and that term is again very important, which have been asked in RT examinations multiple times. Definitely, I am saying 100% a question will be there on that serializability. As we will coming on in the coming slides, we will have a detailed discussion on the serializability. Okay, so serializable schedule is a schedule, a non-serial schedule actually, that is equivalent to some serial execution of the transactions. Okay, so in the previous example, these are the same table we have studied right now in the previous slides. Okay, so you need not to calculate it again. So you just see that serial schedule is a serializable schedule now, which is equivalent to a serial schedule S1 and serial schedule S2. That I have already proved in the previous slide. Okay, so I am repeating that serial schedule 3 now, which is non-serial. You are getting it? Schedule 3 is non-serial initially, but it is equivalent to the serial schedule S1 and serial schedule S2. That's why schedule S3 is a serializable schedule. Have you got this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As we have already proved in the previous slide that all the three schedules are equivalent as they are producing the same results. So इन तीनों शेड्यूल में से केवल S3 शेड्यूल एक serializable शेड्यूल है, because we are able to convert it or we are able to find its equivalent schedules S1 and S2 that are serial. तो मैं सीरियल नॉन सीरियल शेड्यूल को सीरियल में कन्वर्ट कर सकता हूं, ऐसे शेड्यूल आइडेंटिफाई कर सकता हूं जो कि उसके पैरेलल एग्जीक्यूशन करेंगे और सेम रिजल्ट आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे. ओके, सो serializability is a concurrency scheme where the concurrent transactions is equivalent to one that executes the transaction serially. That is very important, that we have already discussed. In simple terms, we can say that process of converting a non-serial schedule into its equivalent serial schedule is known as serializability. Is it okay? Serializability की definition clear है सबको? We have been given with some non-serial schedule, and we need to convert it, or we need to find some equivalent serial schedules of that non-serial schedule. That is known as serializability. Is it okay? There are two types of serializability now: conflict serializability and view serializability. That is again very important topic. Out of these two, one must be asked in some examinations. Okay, so we will have now a detailed discussion on this. So today's जो important अपना agenda है पूरी इस session का, ये वो यही है, that is serializability. Is it okay now? We are coming on to the serializability, that is conflict and view serializability. So two types of the serializability. First of all, we are now going to see about the conflict serializability. So before actually understanding the term conflict serializability, we need to understand three important terms that are related to conflict serializability. So before actually defining the conflict serializability, we should know these three terms. So first of all, conflict operation. Second one will be conflict equivalent, and third one will be conflict serializability. So in order to give the definition of serializability, we should know first of all, what are the conflict operations, then what are the conflict equivalent, and then what will be then it could be defined actually serializability. So first of all, conflict operations.